Right, so a fairly tricky problem here in that we need f of x, yet we've been given f dash. So if we're going to find f of x, then we've got to undo the f dash, which basically means you're going to need to integrate this. So f dash just means dy dx, and if we undo dy dx, we integrate because they're opposites of each other. But obviously this is going to be not very nice because of the way it's been given. I don't like root x, I'm going to rewrite that as x to the minus half. And now we need to tidy this lot up before we can even start to think about integrating. So let's come down here, let's times out. That's really x to the 1, so x to the 1 times x to the minus half gives you x to the half plus 9 lots of x to the minus half. Okay, now I can integrate. Remember, big brackets when you integrate because you may need to put limits on. So we add 1 to the power and divide by the new power. So that's 3 over 2. We're going to divide by that. Plus 9. Add 1 to the power, so that's a half, and then we divide by that. Remember, you're going to have a plus c. Not sure we have any limits here, as it's only asking for f of x. I don't actually need to worry about the big brackets either. Now when you're dividing by 3 over 2, that's the same as times it by 2/3. And dividing by a half is the same as doubling, so you've got your 18x to the half plus c. So that's your f of x, but you are told that 9, 0 lies on the curve. So when x is 9, y is 0. Which means I can actually find this constant c. So you got 9 to the power of 3 over 2 plus 18 lots of 9 to the power of a half plus c. So we're going to root it and then cube it. So it's 2/3 of, let's root 9 to give me 3, and then I've got to cube 3 to give me 27. Here I'm just rooting 9 to give me 3. So 2/3 of 27 is 18. 3 18s are 54 plus c. So I've got 72 plus c. So therefore c is equal to minus 72. So finally you've got your f of x equals 2/3 Okay, and now you're done. So last part of the problem, you've been asked to find the x values when the gradient is 10. Now gradient means dy dx, which is another way of saying f dash of x. So all these things are the same, mean the same thing, they just have different notation. So I need to know, when does x plus 9 over root x equal 10? So this is really about solving equations, so I'm just going to play around with this now. So a nice way to solve this, perhaps if we square both sides, you'll get rid of that root that you didn't want. So now we've got x squared plus 18x plus 81 equals 100x. There we go, so it factorised as well.